Hey, how's it going? Today we're out doing some sightseeing, and then I got a campground picked out. We're going to go to a state wildlife area. Hopefully it's open, but I got a couple backups if it's not. So it should be a good time. Stick around.
Continue on County Road 15 for 7 miles.
All right, we're at our first stop. We're at a place called Horse Thief Cave. It's going to be interesting. See if I can get in here. Must be good. It's got its own mailbox. Look at the barbed wire. Holy cow. I really don't want to deal with barbed wire. Here, hang on to that for me. So, as I understand it, this at one point was a cave that horse thieves would hide horses in back in the 1800s. And most of it now is collapsed, obviously, because we can see the other side. The scenery here is just wonderful. We're going to see more of this today, I think. This is just the beginning of it. Let's try not to fall off of here. Yeah, the cattle have been here, done their thing. I wonder how big this was when it was here. I bet it was pretty amazing. Okay, stop number 2 for the day. This isn't a very good shot, but I'm at the Arickaree Breaks. It's known as the Little Grand Canyon of Kansas. So I'll give you a little bit of a shot of it. The Arickaree Breaks, a finalist for the title of the 8 Wonders of Kansas, is a unique 36 by 3 mile section of scenic terrain along the Arickaree River, extending into nearby Nebraska and Colorado. Its deep ravines, rugged canyons, vertical cliffs present a dramatic contrast to the surrounding high plains. It was carved by the erosive action of the Arickaree River and the South Fork of the Republican River on Loess deposits, some of which were deposited recently as 10,000 years ago. Because of its clay content, Loess can maintain a nearly vertical face without caving in. Oh, here's an interesting thing. There are 2 species of sage that grow in the breaks that grow in no other place in Kansas. And 16 native plants are listed as rare in Kansas. I just love stuff like this. I know it's not camping, but you know what? When you're here, you got to take a look at it, right? Got to take advantage of what you can. Well, I missed a corner somewhere and ended up in Nebraska. So there's an unexpected twist. Ever been to a campground and all the picnic tables are broke up or blown away or not there? Well, I found one you're not going to have that problem with. That's a picnic table right there, made out of total steel pipe. It's got a pretty decent view of the breaks too. That's probably why it's here. With the tri-state marker where Colorado, Kansas, and Nebraska meet. So we'll check that out real quick. So this is the spot. I don't know if I can get video of that or not. Can you read that? There you go. So I am standing in Colorado, Kansas, Nebraska all at the same time. It's not nearly as much fun as I thought it would be. So apparently the marker was wrong, and then at some point they came in and fixed it and moved it. And then they put this down and placed, I guess they put this down and placed the old one. It says 45.2 feet to the east is where the marker should be. I always found it interesting how state lines and county lines and all that stuff seem to move every so often. It's kind of weird. Alright, one last place to stop before we hit the campground. This is the Beecher, let me get this right. This is the Beecher Battleground Monument. Battle of Beecher's Island fought September 17th, 18th, and 19th AD 1868 between Colonel Geo A. Forsyth's company of citizen scouts, numbering 51 men and a large party of Indians comprising Northern Cheyennes, Ogallala, and Brule, Sioux, and Dog soldiers commanded by the noted war chief Roman Nose. The scouts were surrounded and held on this island for 9 days, subsisting on horse and mule meat. Indians killed were 75, wounded were unknown. Here Roman Nose and Medicine Man fought their last battle. Then each side's got the names of the soldiers. The first night, Stilwell and Trudeau, crawling on their hands and knees, started for relief and hiding. Days and traveling nights reached Fort Wallace. The third night, Donovan and Plilly started, arriving at Fort Donovan with 4 others, immediately started back, and coming upon Colonel Carpenter's command on the South Fork of the Republican, guided them in at a 20-mile dash, reaching the island at 10 a.m. the 9th day, 26 hours in advance of Colonel Bankhead with Scouts Stilwell and Trudeau. The return to Fort Wallace was begun September 27th, the wounded being carried in government wagons. It's a beautiful sign. That's a beautiful sign. Somebody's done a lot of work on that. At one point, the second battle, Roman Nose, the Indian chief, led a group in to attack the soldiers, and he was killed. And that's when the Indians decided to just starve him out. It's really a nice place here. They've got a bunch of picnic tables. Looks like they're set up. They have a nice light. Looks like they're set up for camping. I read online where people were camping here or remember camping here. But I can't see any signs, so I don't know if I'm welcome to stay here or not. But it is beautiful. So there's a little bit of a pond here. Sorry about the lighting, but I wasted 2-3 hours this afternoon driving around looking for someplace. Not a bad spot. It's free, so that's worth it. A little bit of ice on it. Picnic tables off over here if you want, and somewhere over here behind these trees there's a bathroom. It's going to get cold tonight, so I think it's time to get set up. Get set up, get some cold weather gear on. It's going to be chilly tonight, I think. It should be in the 20s. Get some dinner going. It's been a long day. Pretty impressive. That's not a bad sunset. So we're getting dinner started. We're going to do Hoisin Shrimp for dinner tonight. I am not much of a seafood guy, but I'll give it a shot. Shrimp's about the only thing that I can stand usually. So we got some chopping to do, but first, the important stuff's got to happen. So let's get this going. That makes it better. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the stuff we looked at today. I know I did. Try to keep things different once in a while, instead of doing the same old thing. Maybe I should have washed my hands. Oh well. Just got some water chestnuts to chop up. Today just felt like a long day, you know? Looking at all that stuff, and I was done doing that pretty early. I thought, no, we got plenty of time. We'll get down to the campground and we have plenty of time to get set up and wander around. And that didn't really work out. I took the wrong road. Ended up going someplace I didn't need to be. There was no camping. And I did get to the right road. I still couldn't find the campground for the SWI I wanted. And I was about to give up and go to my backup plan, which is a roadside park that's got power, which would be nice. In fact, I was driving north to go towards it, and the name of this place popped into my head. I had seen it online. I don't know why I remembered it, but I did. Plugged that into GPS, and lo and behold, I was only 4 or 5 miles away. I wasn't that far away from it. I don't know, is shrimp a camping food? It didn't really seem like a camping food to me. Good news is that I brought pre-cooked shrimp, so I can't screw it up. Feels like I ran 100 miles of dirt roads today. I might have, actually. There's dirt everywhere in here. It's a mess. But you do what you gotta do, right? If you stayed on paved roads all the time, it'd be boring. For the moment, we are done with that. All right. Stupid spatula. Okay, green onions tonight. These are going to be the thing that I forget to put in there. They're going to float around. They're going to be on camera the whole time, but they're not going to go in the food. I promise you. All right, let's put the shrimp in here. See what happens. So how you been the last 2 weeks? Doing all right? Good. Been doing fantastic. I got some of the sauce already made. This has got let me show you this camera. It's got it's got garlic and soy sauce, rice wine vinegar. I don't think there's anything else in there. The only thing that's missing from that is start of the show, the hoisin sauce. So we're gonna put 2 tablespoons in because I think that's what the recipe said, but honestly I don't remember and I didn't bring it with me. Stuff smells terrific. We're gonna put the sauce in. That smells really good. Like I said, I was going to forget. Well, I'm not forgetting. So put a few of the green peppers in there, or the few of the green onion in there. Here, you want to take a look at it? There you go. Ouch. It's a pretty good shot of it. Looks pretty good. All right. Put you back where you belong. The question is, what do I want to serve it on? I think I brought some rice, but I don't think I'm going to use it. I think I'm going to use lettuce leaves. Or is that better? Lettuce leaves. Just scoop some of this onto the leaf. I feel like I'm making a burrito. Does it feel like I'm making a burrito? You still can't see anything over there, can you? Put a few green onions on there. Best you can see. That's not very good, is it? I'm sorry about that. Feels really hot. We'll see if we can do this. That's good. Definitely different. I think I would have liked it on rice better, but this isn't bad. It's maybe should have put a little more hoisin sauce in it. The lettuce kind of sticks to my teeth, so it's kind of weird. Dinner was fast and easy. I like that. All right, let's get a movie going. What do we got? Oh, not that. That's not good. Well, I got the same problem I had the other day. The video I downloaded is not there. Well, that does not leave me much choice, I don't think. Maybe we can use the phone as a mobile hotspot. Wasting my life away. It says it's downloading now. What the hell? I think I got it working off my phone. I think. In fact, I may have been downloading the movie and I think I just stopped it. Oh, it's downloading the movie. All right. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Well, at this speed, 2-3 hours, movie should be ready to go. I wonder if that movie that I had trouble with last night is... I wonder if that movie's working. See if we can see the end of this. We tried to watch this the other day and we didn't have any luck. Got to the end and quit. Well, I got to see the end of that movie. That was pretty good. Their movie's not downloaded yet, and I'm not going to wait for it. So I think I'm just going to watch some old TV. Watch some Columbo, I think. Nothing wrong with 70s TV, right? Hey, there we go. Well, watched a little bit of Columbo. That was pretty good. Hadn't seen that in a long time. So I brought an extra blanket. And I brought the space heater inside. So it's too cold in here. I'll fire that up for a little bit and warm it up. Well, good morning. I'll get the camera right there. I think it's time to get out of bed, but I don't want to get out of bed. Phone says it's 32 outside, feels like 29. And it's 38 in the truck, according to my thermometer. It's a bit chilly this morning. So, I think we should get up and get our day going, but I don't want to. See if we can get the space heater fired up here. Oh, that's not good. Well, I don't have good lighting this morning. I'm using my phone. GoPro's dead. Turns out GoPros don't like cold weather. Huh, who knew? GoPros don't like anything, I don't think. Let me get my real camera going and we'll get started. Alright, is that better? Morning. Sun has come through the back window. Can't see much because of the condensation, but it looks like it's a beautiful sunrise. And it is, wow, nice lighting, Tim. It is 46 in the truck right now. It's 31 outside or something like that. I fired the buddy heater up. I got it sitting right here. I fired up this piece of garbage this morning and she ran for about 2 minutes and shut off. And I thought maybe it was out of propane, so I switched bottles to a bottle that I know wasn't empty. And it did the same thing. So, no heat this morning. Not a big deal. We'll live. I'll work on it when I get home. Seems like I've read somewhere or heard somewhere that these do this sometimes. So, it's not bitterly cold in the 30s. We'll survive. I got cold weather gear on. And then last night, sleeping. I put a fuzzy blanket inside my sleeping bag. I'd seen that trick somewhere before or heard about it. It worked really well. I stayed nice and warm. In fact, I think I stayed too warm. I woke up about midnight starting to sweat. So got up for a little bit, run the heater a little bit, and went right back to sleep. It's perfect. And then the other thing I did last night is I wore these. These are, I can get that for you. These are Cayman cold weather gloves. I was at the farm store the other day looking for work gloves, and as I was walking out I saw these, so I picked these up and they worked really well. My hands stayed nice and warm last night, had no problems. Real happy with them. And then they've got a screen touch fingertip, so I can run my phone while I'm wearing them. I'm gonna get some coffee going, get my mess cleaned up here, and we'll go check things out. All right, we got coffee made. That's hitting it. All right, let's get going. I don't know how much there is to see here, but we'll wander down by the water. Man, I'm not set up today. We'll wander down by the water and check it out in the daylight. I know I showed this to you last night, but I'm not sure it came out in the video. So there is a little bit of a pond here. A little bit of a pond here. It's mostly froze over, it looks like. Honestly, I don't think there's a lot of picnicking going on here. People don't want to buy a permit to come stay at a state wildlife area. I think people like me are pretty rare for a place like this. So as I was saying, I think I'm pretty rare at these places. These are state wildlife areas. The state didn't build them for campers, and they don't particularly want campers on them. That's why they regulate them so heavy. They're made for wildlife. So I'm surprised that this has got a picnic table at it. A lot of them have bathrooms for the hunters, but picnic table seems pretty rare at them. All right, here's a better view of the center section. And it doesn't have any ice on it, and it's got a lot more water in it. Oh, look at the reflection on the water. That's beautiful. Nice and quiet out here this morning. Nobody around. My truck looks pretty sweet there on the weeds, doesn't it? So it's a pretty nice spot. I'd definitely come back here. It's quiet, and it's just run down enough that people aren't out here. And yet, strangely enough, it's pretty clean. Most of these places have some trash around. This one is picked up. So, haven't seen any beer cans or anything. So that's pretty nice. So they're taking care of it. Man, the reflection of the trees on the water, that's just gorgeous. It's a nice way to start your morning. Well, I think this trip went pretty well. Pretty excited about it. Pretty happy with it. I slept great last night. It's time to move on. Hey, if you like this video, be sure to check out this video right here. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.